Eduardo Escobar has been traded to the Los Angeles Angels for 2 pitching prospects from the Angels. Listen, leave a like, comment, subscribe. The Mets are getting 2 pitching prospects. This is big news for the Mets. Listen, a team that does not have a lot in the farm system when it comes to pitchers. This is a big trade for them to get 2 pitching prospects. Top pitching prospects from the Angels. Listen, this is big news. I'm happy that Eduardo Escobar is being traded. Overall, Eduardo Escobar is being traded because, the first half of the season, he started the season and he really struggled, hit 125, really struggled, was just not hitting the ball a lot. And, it basically got Brett Baty to the major leagues, and Brett Baty, has shown that he can hit the ball. He can show that, he can play some defense, and the Mets feel Brett Baty is ready. They feel like Eduardo Escobar really doesn't have a place on this team. And, Brett Baty, when he came up, he put a lot of pressure on Eduardo Escobar, and Eduardo Escobar played well in a limited role, but it just feels like Eduardo Escobar really doesn't have a place on this team, whether it is the bench piece, whether it is a pinch runner. They just don't feel like they want to use him anymore, in their roster. Now, this is great. This is it depends on what you feel about Eduardo Escobar, but I feel like Eduardo Escobar was a nice player for the Mets, but this season, he just couldn't really cut it. He was not hitting well. The Mets got to get younger, in my opinion, and Eduardo Escobar is just not a part of the future of the Mets. So Brett Baty becoming the real starting third baseman, that's the future for the New York Mets. And this is big news for Eduardo Escobar, going to the Angels, a team that is, competitive, a team that has Ohtani, a team that has Mike Trout, a team that has a lot of players, and they possibly could make the playoffs. Other than the Mets, we don't know if the Mets are really sellers or buyers, because we've heard some rumors about Patrick Corbin, and Josh Donaldson, and apparently Steve Cohen is willing to buy, players' contracts and, pay up that money and take that salary and trade them for, pitching prospects, or trade them for outfield prospects, or just trade them for any really prospects in the farm system that they possibly could want. Now, this is crazy because Steve Cohen is actually paying the rest of Eduardo Escobar's salary. And, Angels are going to have to pay the minimum salary. But just in general, this is just crazy because Steve Cohen, I know he wants to make changes. I know he wants to do something. And Billy Epler, he has confidence in Billy Epler and the front office. But I feel like making a move, for, Eduardo Escobar being traded was a good move. I think getting back 2 pitching prospects that they desperately need. The Mets don't have a lot of pitching depth, really, to be honest. So this is great news for the Mets. The fact that this is the first, domino in effect. I don't know where the Mets go from here. I don't know what the Mets do, but this is the first domino in effect, and we'll see what they do, man. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. Let's go Mets.